Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of MW and Weather Facts. I'm Kris Pitchford with MemphisWeather.net, and today we're going to be talking about fog. We're going to be discussing the different types of fog that you can see, some safety tips that you can utilize when fog is in your area, and some hazards that fog can bring to an area. So let's go ahead and get started with the different types of fog and how they form. So there are multiple different types, so let's just go down one by one on the list. So the first one is one you might be familiar with. It's very common in our region or just areas with bodies of water in general, and that is radiation fog. This forms at night when skies are clear and winds are calm, and this is when heat absorbed by the Earth's surface radiates into space, hence the term radiation fog. The next one is called advection fog. This is the result of condensation from the horizontal movement of warm, moist air over a cold surface. A good example that I could give for advection fog would be the San Francisco Bay marine layer fog. This forms mostly every day during the summertime due to that warm air moving over the colder ocean waters. The next is freezing fog. This forms when it is 32 degrees or below freezing and water droplets touch the surface where they can freeze. And then lastly is valley fog. This forms when air along the hilltop cools after sunset. So one thing to note with each of these types of fogs is that they most likely occur in the transition seasons of fall and spring and winter, particularly the radiation fog, valley fog, and of course the freezing fog in the winter seasons. So now let's go ahead and discuss some hazards that fog can bring to your area. So fog can become very dense, which can be extremely hazardous for drivers, mariners, and aviators. And the denser that the fog gets, the more hazardous conditions will become outside. For example, restrictions in visibility can impact the takeoff and the landing of an aircraft, or for those in a vehicle, fog can impede your judgment of distance when you are traveling on the road. The denser that the fog gets, it's harder to discern what's closer to you and what's more farther away from you. So that's why, the denser the fog is, the more hazardous it becomes to drive on roads. And if you're out on the water, it's the same concept there. You don't really know how far away or how close something is out on the water due to how dense the fog can become. So now let's talk about some fog safety tips if dense fog is in your area. So first, when you're driving, make sure that you slow down, do not change lanes or try to pass other vehicles, and keep your low beams and your headlights on at all times. But if possible, you can delay your travels and wait for that fog to clear off just to make sure that you don't try to get in any way of danger. So if you can delay your travels, please do that instead and just wait for that fog to clear off. When you're boating, it's the same concept here. Make sure you turn on all your running lights, slow down, and listen for other boats around you. And that way, if you're paying attention to your surroundings, you won't collide into anybody else. If your vehicle just so happens to break down in the event of dense fog, make sure you move it over to the shoulder of the road, as far away from the road as you can possibly get it, and keep your hazard lights on. That way, people who are passing by can see that there's something on the side of the road and they know to get over. And also make sure that you stay off of the road as well, because you don't have flashing lights on you like your car does, so it's going to be very hard for people that are traveling or passing by to see you. So make sure you stay away from the road as well. So that is all I have for you guys for this video. I hope you enjoyed and you learned something new about fog and fog safety. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, more informative weather videos, go and visit our YouTube channel because we have so much more content over there. Once again, thank you all for watching. I'm Kris Pitchford with MemphisWeather.net, and have a great rest of your day.